Thank you again for being part of the Newark Leadership Roundtable series. We really appreciate your input. Just a few questions to summarize your experience in this discussion today. What do you think are really the most critical and urgent issues pertaining to this discussion?
I really think the discussion around access to higher education and the cost of higher education by far were the two issues that I think were across the board brought up by everyone on the panels today. So it shows that that's something that everyone's taking notice of and something that is critical to higher education and the direction in which it's headed. So I would say by far access and the cost.
Fantastic. Now, personally and professionally, how do you value these type of discussions on an individual level?
Sure. Personally, I think they're extremely valuable because I love to hear the other ideas that are out there as it relates to these type of topics and discussions. And also, I love it when the conversation goes towards solutions for these things personally. On a professional level, I think it's extremely important to be around what would be considered peers, to hear what their thoughts are around this and maybe some of their best practices as it relates to those who are actually in the field of higher education. So.
Fantastic. And lastly, what do you think are the most important takeaways from the event in terms of next steps?
I think actually one of the larger takeaways is that there's a need for this to continue, to be an ongoing discussion instead of kind of like a one day off. And one day and then off, back out into the world with the discussion kind of dying out. So I would love to be able to see this continue in a more substantive way where there is a discussion around the solutions to these problems that we've identified today. So.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for your participation. You did a great job.